Worst courses to study in the UK, part 2. Let's get into the video. Well, just for context, I'm actually emphasizing on international students coming into the UK to invest a large amount of money and, of course, expecting a return on their investment. What you need to do is to ensure that you invest on courses that can actually give you a competitive edge. And that leads me to the first one. The first one is religious study. Listen, you could be religious. You believe in Christianity, you're Muslim, etc. Or, I don't know. My point is, where will you work? Do you get what I'm saying? What company will recruit you? What will you be doing? I don't know. Will you be starting the morning devotions for them in the company teams meeting, or I don't get? Listen, long story short, probably the only person that can recruit you is probably Moses or maybe Abraham. Listen, I don't think you get a tattoo visa. In the context of a religious study, the only thing you can do is probably you go for to be clear, there's a visa category that is actually put out there for religious people. So maybe you find a church that can actually sponsor your visa, but in the case of a tattoo visa, it's a big waste of your time. Next on my list is psychology. Very beautiful program. These people, they can actually have an idea of what's going on in your mindset and all. But let's be clear, what company will actually hire you in the context of psychology? Yes, if you company actually hire or they outsource this one, they find psychologists, they come into their company to actually, help improve the mindset of their employees. But let's be clear, how many companies or how many roles do you see as a psychologist? Probably you need to know how to network. Let's not waste much time. It's very difficult to get a tier 2 visa as a psychologist, so I don't think it's worth it in the context of psychology. But if you actually want to transition into healthcare, or you want to get into the health system, or the health sector rather, yes, you can go for psychology. Overall, will I rate it or will I advise you to invest your money in it? Nah. Next on my list is a very funny one, and it's politics. I actually don't even know how to feel. Where will you work? What will you be doing? You study politics, spend 4 years of your life, and you want to get into politics here in the UK. Even the British citizens, they're actually not even in the political sector. Do you get what I'm saying? Not talk of you from, foreign land coming here and you actually want to get into the political space. Don't even waste your time. How would you get a tier 2 visa? In the context of political science, I don't think so. If you transfer into another role, probably because you have transferable skill. Political science, big waste of your time. Don't think about it. Next on my list, MSc Sports Science. So you want to hand a lot of money. You want to get into the very good. This sector, I don't know why even the UK government, they probably don't, they don't fancy, foreigners getting into it. Even on your postgraduate or probably on your student visa, it says categorically that you can actually get a job as, in the sports sector. You can't get into the sports sector. So that's clear that it's next to waste of your time studying sports science. Anything with respect to sports science, nah, don't waste your money. The only science I would advise is any other thing apart from sport. Next on my list is sociology. These people study the society. Do you get what I'm saying? Like social behaviors. But where will you work? All these kind of courses, they're not lucrative. They don't really help you get a return on your investment. So I believe it's a waste of your time studying sociology. I wouldn't recommend this one, but if you want to go for it, it's all good. Next on my list is a very funny one, and this one is called Archaeology. I don't even know what to tell you. So what do they even do? These people, they study human past based on evidence and materials. Do you get what I'm saying? Who will hire you? Let me think. Maybe Pharaoh from Egypt, or should I say Job in the Bible? Who's going to hire you? Or should I say Paul? Listen, let's be clear. There's no way you're getting a job with this kind of skill set. So don't waste your time. Next on my list is history and international relations. Many people are asking me about this one on TikTok, and I really don't understand, why they were asking this question. To be honest, I share that frustration, but let's be clear. You want to become an historian, who's going to sponsor you? In the concept of an international student, getting the tier 2 visa is a big waste of your time. But I can't lie to you though, there's a lot of transferable skills you can get in this particular line. So is it worth it? Why not just go for a very competitive course that can give you a competitive edge? Do you get what I'm saying? So overall, I wouldn't advise you go for this one. So now you have an idea of the worst courses you don't want to study here in the UK. But guess what? I still have some other courses you need to put into mind when actually applying to study in the UK, so you can get a return on your investment. So why not watch this video? I actually share some other worst courses you should avoid as someone coming to invest in the UK. See you in the video.